Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to present you how to integrate the React Query library into an existing React project. This library, React Query, which is this one here, it's very useful to make network requests. It has the caching function and also has a vast API and all kind of functions and props that you can use to make your project lighter. So what we want to achieve is, like, now, as you can see, we have already implemented, I've used this in the previous clip, the Redux Thank implementation to make a network request. As you can see, when I'm going to refresh the page, you see that I'm making a request and I'm getting the data and showing it here. To achieve that, in app.js, we have the use effect, which makes a dispatch function to the store, which has this function which makes a network request, right? So what we want now to achieve is the same thing, but with useQuery. In order to do that, at first you have to install this library called React-Query, npm or yarn. After you install it, you have to go to the index.js and import some components from this library, right? Some methods. So the first one is query client provider, and the second one, query client. You've done this in index.js file under the src folder, and as usual, we wrap up this app into this new query client, right? So we have query client provider, and inside we put that. And very important, you have to have a client which will create it right away. Const client equals new query client. Okay, and here we put client. So that's the second step. First one is to add the library. Second, in the index.js, we wrap up in the query client provider, you know, the React style. And then basically we can use it directly. And to use it, we have the following syntax. Use query, it's a hook, as I was mentioning. And here, two param are mandatory. First one is user. It's a key to remember the data in order not to wait for the data to come in order to show the UI. And then the request itself. The request itself, we will create it right here and say export query fetch user, which is just a function which returns export const query equals async function. So it's just gonna return the data from the Axios request. Okay, and here we say const data equals, and we take this one from here. And of course, return data 0.name. Okay, so let me comment this out. Here we'll have data is loading and so on, all kind of useful API points. And basically now we get the data, but in the use effect, we will put this data to see that when it's changing, and then we can log it into the console. Refresh the page, and maybe I missed something. It was supposed to do the request. Let's see. Oh, right. We have not added the query fetch user function. Okay. Refresh the page, and voila, we have the name in here. The request, it is made, and we get the name of the user. But now we want to update the state. So basically we have this one in here. So we will do dispatch fetch dispatch type. We declare here the action object, right? Type set user, and user being equal to data. Save, refresh, and voila, we have the data. Now this case is for when the page loads, so it's not on clicking on a button like on demand. But even so, we have even a better way to to update the state not using the use effect. So the React query offers us this option. It's a callback function which takes here the data, which is the user, right? And here it's an arrow function. We can just take this one from here and use it as such, right? Again, not to be confused, here was supposed to be the data, but data is the name itself, so I can just say user. Case in which I don't need this one or this one, I can just say actually like this. Let's refresh the page and see if it works. Refresh. Yes, it works like a charm. Now, what if I want to click on the button and make the request? Well, in this case, we have refetch, which is coming from useQuery. And I'm gonna just say refresh to library. And this should be an async function. Get user is coming from this button, right? And I can say await refetch. Before testing, I still have to do the following: to set the flag enabled to false and refetch on window focus false. Okay, now we refresh, nothing in here, click the button, get the name, right? So it's a more convenient way to make the network requests, and also we'll have here the is loading and a lot of other API points, as I was mentioning, to help you out with to deal with the network request states. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, but let me know if I missed something and I can detail more. Thanks.